How you guys doing? Welcome into Rover Sports. Pretty exciting week in the NFL this week, and just a ton of film reviews to get to. A lot of them will be filmed tomorrow, coming out tomorrow, maybe just in the afternoon. It's always really nice doing Patrick Mahomes videos. The Kansas City Chiefs win again, and they're learning to win in a multitude of ways. The team just keeps on winning. This was a big trap game for Kansas City with the Rams on the horizon. So, it's really nice to look at Mahomes, and he certainly had a better first half than he did second half. And I got to give a lot of credit to the Arizona defense for a formidable job that they did. So here we have Mahomes going play action fake to start the ball game. He does get pressure in his face, but Mahomes does a great job of staying in the pocket while there's a lot of pressure around him. And this is just excellent quarterback play by Patrick because there's pressure around him and he does not flinch and he does not leave the pocket, where a lot of young guys will panic and leave the pocket. Pat hangs in the pocket, and of course this throw is just a dart. And the thing about Mahomes football, that when you see it, the real test of arm strength is that, a lot of guys will not be able to throw this ball with the type of velocity where it will dip when the ball is thrown, meaning that a lot of guys will hang this ball up. They won't be able to put this ball on a line. They'll have to lob this football because this is about a 35-yard throw, and not many guys can throw this ball this hard with this velocity and trajectory and have the ball arrive there. And that's something that we can evaluate with quarterback play, is can you throw kind of a sinking fastball? And that's what Mahomes did right here to Tyreek Hill. It was brilliantly done. Right over Patrick Peterson and before Trey Boston could get it. One thing that I've realized with Andy Reid and watching him for 14 years throughout my childhood, growing up, going to Eagles games, even though I'm a Giants fan, is that Andy Reid can get too pass happy, and I'm kind of worried if Andy Reid at times can get too pass happy, especially when Kareem is running the football well. That's just kind of an observation that I saw, especially with the four-man front that Arizona was playing. This again, watch Patrick hang in the pocket, and this throw is on an absolute line. Mahomes is 6'4", so he's kind of still able to throw the football with a little bit of trajectory, and just absolutely excellent. And you see the release there of Mahomes. This whole drive was absolutely perfect. And Tyreek Hill, again, this is I believe it might be cover 2, but it's not Tampa 2. The middle of the field is open. The linebackers here don't get back in time. They don't cover the middle of the field. There's pressure in Mahomes' face, and not a lot of guys can, again, make a throw that accurate with pressure in their face. That's what Mahomes does. What a brilliant, brilliant throw to see the All-22, which is yet to be released. The All-22 gets released every Tuesday morning on NFL Game Pass. So let's see the All-22 here. Again, you look at the coverage, and you have pretty much quarters coverage, which means you have 4 guys that are all supposed to be vacating back. It is actually a prevent defense. However, when you have 4 verticals, it stretches everybody out, so it's a great call versus quarters coverage when you have 4 vertical routes, and that's exactly what Kansas City does pretty much right here. And Trey Boston there had to respect all the wide receivers, and you get Tyreek Hill on a perfectly timed football from Mahomes. So really incredible. The thing I liked about Mahomes there is, again, his pocket awareness, how he's able to kind of hang in the pocket and how he doesn't quit on plays, and he's comfortable throwing with bodies around him. And again, the sinking fastball of Mahomes, the arm talent that we can evaluate on the throws where the ball doesn't hang up too much and it's able to travel from one place to the next. This was a tremendous drive by Josh Rosen, culminating in a David Johnson touchdown from Josh Rosen. Again, the Rosen film review might be tomorrow or later after a bunch of other guys, but he certainly impressed me. And here's the touchdown. It was an excellent, excellent ball right to the shoulder of David Johnson. This was a well-played football game by Arizona, and they're hosting Oakland, and they're only 4-point favorites. And I believe Arizona is actually improving as the season goes along with Steve Wilks. So the team is kind of continuing to progress. I think you got a nice special teams play. And here we have 2nd and 11. Mahomes here is going to hang in the pocket. And again, Arizona here did I really think Steve Wilks actually called a pretty good game because they threw the Kansas City Chiefs a lot of looks and they rushed 4 guys, and pretty much here it's good coverage. It's again a very conservative cover 2 or cover 4 with 4 guys rushing the passer, having 7 in coverage. And as a quarterback, you have to improvise versus that coverage or find your checkdowns because it's a very conservative coverage. And Mahomes there did a nice job of improvising for him to get a first down. Here you see the Chiefs getting a little bit pass happy. Mahomes then goes low to high on the release. He doesn't hold the ball up very high on the release, but it's fine because this ball's coming out quickly. It's a little bit like Garoppolo, and you could just see like when you throw a wet foot, when you're playing in cold conditions, sometimes your grip's actually better on the football because it eliminates like all sweat and humidity from holding the ball, and that's why Mahomes is able to throw the ball in the Arrowhead cold. And they're balanced, and it's a very balanced throw to Travis Kelce. He's able to kind of pelt it right into his receivers. Then you got to give Kansas City a lot of credit. They played aggressive. Here you get the ball to Tyreek Hill, who's just incredible with the football. And then 3rd and 13. Here you're going to see it probably is Chandler Jones, who had a couple of sacks on the day. Chandler Jones going to go in here and get, I think, a sack. And he happens to beat 72 right here. It might be Fisher, I'm not sure, or Jeff Schwartz. I got to look up who, again, that is. But Chandler Jones playing some good football right now. So just a little bit sloppy, and the offensive line plays a little bit scary because if I were Wade Phillips again, there was a lot of protection breakdowns with this offensive line. And also Andy Reid didn't do them favors he should have kept the football on the ground, especially against boxes where they had the opportunity. Here you see the guard there getting just absolutely beat at the point of attack. And that's why Mahomes can't step into a ball. And this is actually... it's pretty dangerous on Pat's part. He's going to have some mistakes. And he should have found his check down to the left side, as you see out of the corner of your eye right there. Problem is with Andy Reid, you can't get too pass happy. And I want to see the Chiefs kind of, when they're playing a type of game like this, I want to see them feed Kareem Hunt more. I didn't like the run-pass ratio in this game. Not everything has to be on Mahomes' shoulders. See how they're throwing and they're getting too pass happy, and then Arizona's just able to tee off on Mahomes. But here's a special play from Pat right here. Patrick's able to hang in the pocket. Protection's able to hold up. He's able to slide and then watch the sidearm delivery. Tight spiral, sidearm delivery while sliding. That's a baseball type of throw where you could tell a guy's played baseball if he can do this. This is a middle infielder type of throw. That's why these are what quarterbacks are doing nowadays. They're mobile and they're athletic and they can throw off of different platforms and they can throw from different arm angles. That's such a baseball-like play by Pat right there. And that was just excellent velocity. Just really fun to watch that football get it. It was really fun to watch that throw. This was an amazing, amazing throw by Patrick Mahomes. And even though this only went for 9 yards, I would have ran maybe a double move concept. Watch how Pat here stares down the left side of this, he knows he's going to Kareem Hunt, but again, his shoulders and eyes are pointed left, but he's going to come right to the slanting Kareem Hunt. Now, these linebackers go back into what I believe is going to be a cover 3 look. And you see here's a safety that I think is playing in the box. It might be Justin Bethel, which is cover 3. And this throw is going to be very hard to make because Hassan Reddick is going to read this play really well. And this throw from Mahomes is somehow, it's perfectly accurate, and he's throwing the ball down towards the ground where only his guy can get it. And this window is just so tight, and the velocity of this ball, it really needs to be a perfect throw or it's going to be a pick six. Not many guys should be taught to ever make this throw. This is a 9-yard throw from Mahomes, and it's something that only he can get away with. And the thing about Patrick that is so incredible every time you watch him is that he has every throw. He can throw it, he can throw a really nice soft screen pass, or he can absolutely just rocket one into the ground. He can throw it low. And that's something, of course, we all made fun of McNabb for always skipping the ball to receivers. But there is similarities in the way that these guys throw their slant game. Because if this ball is high at all, it's going to be intercepted. So let's see if it's still in slow-mo. Sorry, guys, I'm going to slow it up. And we can watch that ball placement all day long. Because Hassan Reddick is scary close to intercepting this ball. He does a great job at dissecting this. Mahomes gives himself just enough time, and then watch the throw. Watch him throw it down. Unbelievable. This ball is headed, it's a dipper. It's headed right towards the turf. It's sinking low. Wow. That's a cannon. That's incredible arm strength. Then the Chiefs, what do they run here? Out of shotgun again. So no single back really formation. And I credit Mahomes for hanging in the pocket. But again, on 2nd and 1, you didn't run the football. Here, Patrick Peterson's doing an excellent job of spying Kareem Hunt. 4 guys are able to get to the quarterback. Again, Chandler Jones is in on the play. He really is a talent again. And boy, oh boy, did they have trouble blocking him. What an excellent move he put on the tackle again. Arizona's formidable. They're a good young team that just needed to find their way. And a coach that needs to find out how the style of the coaching. And now Byron Leftwich being a guy that's going to be able to get in there. So I'm very impressed. This is a good defensive team. This was a good win by Bob Sutton and Kansas City. I think D Ford might have had an interception, or a lineman had an interception, which was absolutely huge in this spot. And so I'm going to do a couple of other throws. Again, it wasn't the most eventful performance from Pat. He did take a lot of sacks. There were some dangerous plays throughout the game. But let's try here as the internet continues to buffer. Let's continue. So you see here, you're running it really well with Kareem Hunt. And I think Kansas City's too quick to go play action and to throw when necessary. Eric Bellamy's there, the offensive coordinator. Spencer Ware. You can really run on Arizona. And you got to give your offensive linemen some confidence, because they like to run block. They don't want to pass block all game. Watch this positioning by Travis Kelce on this little guy. This is why he's such a weapon, because he'll just box out like a basketball player. And that is a security blanket. I mean, there's no way that defender's getting near that football. That's why he's such a versatile. vintage Pat Mahomes throwing to his right, and he's able to throw off his right leg. And again, this isn't a fastball. This is a touch throw. He uses every throw in the arsenal, guys, doesn't he? Gliding into the throw, not a worry in the world, and that's a Brett Favre kind of toss right there. That's an excellent job by Pat. Then but then Pat's going to take a sack again. Some bad sacks. No safety valve, and really a smart game plan by Kansas City. And then this throw was one of the best of the whole NFL. So Pat, of course, he can get better at getting rid of the football. The Kansas City offensive game plan was not great at all by Andy Reid, honestly, this game. They didn't run the football at all. And they made Patrick's job a lot more complicated than it needed to be throughout this game, because you knew that Arizona was gaining some confidence with their defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, Arizona's gaining confidence. Why are you continuing to let them pin their ears back instead of running the ball, instead of lining up and running the ball? Before I announce this throw, it's a really special play because it's again like a prevent coverage, and he releases this ball before Tyreek Hill is even out of his break. And this throw is inside. It's great trust. It's a throw you work on in the summer. It's something where you really have to have unbelievable timing with your receiver. And it again is great accuracy, but also playing with great confidence. And also letting your quarterback go out there and play, because technically you're throwing this ball in the triple coverage, and not a lot of coaches would let their quarterbacks ever attempt a throw like this. And the thing about Patrick Mahomes is this just seems routine for him, and I kind of like this ignorance is bliss mentality from Patrick, and I really enjoyed this throw. It was incredible. It was amazing. It showed a lot of guts, a lot of balls to make a throw like this, and it's really trusting that your guy is going to run a perfect route, and the ball is thrown before Tyreek Hill can even get out of his break. And it just was an amazing throw that was truly special. So then Kansas City's up big. Then Arizona kind of had a lot of ball control possessions. I'm going to try to get to a couple more Patrick throws here in the second half. But there really wasn't a whole lot going on in the second half. It was great defense throughout the contest. Really, the game was won on the interception. Or, yes, by the Josh Rosen screen pass interception. Empty formation, good timing on that play. Then 3rd and 1 again. They do line up under center, which I with good agility, gets down here. Mahomes doing a good job of moving the football. I like that call. Again, help your quarterback out. Help him out. Not a good down and distance. Unbelievable job by Steve Wilkes and this defensive staff for the Cardinals. I love the defense that they played because they didn't allow anything over their heads, and they played very conservative, and their down linemen got to the quarterback. It was the exact same formula that the New York Giants used to beat Tom Brady and one of the greatest offenses ever, because it wasn't like their secondary guys were incredible, but when you have a pass rush in a 4-3, there is nothing better than a great pass rush in a 4-3 defense. And that's what Arizona is on the verge of actually building. And then look at this, guys. Holding and then Mahomes just gets swallowed up. And I'm worried about Aaron Donald, obviously. He's a Hall of Fame back-to-back probably defensive player. And he's going to be going against guys like these guards that are really playing poor football. And I'm also concerned about Sue. Dante Fowler is just acquired. So the Rams have the edge in the trenches. I think Mahomes was maybe sacked 5 or 6 times in this contest. Now, you see these guys are all wide open, so sometimes Mahomes is trying to make the big-time play, and sometimes, a lot of the times, he's able to do that, like the Tyreek Hill touchdown. But it's important for Andy Reid to manage the clock a little bit and to understand what Wade Phillips is doing. With Patrick Mahomes, if you blitz Mahomes, you're dead, because Kelsey and Tyreek Hill against a blitz, Mahomes is going to beat you in zero coverage. But if you make Mahomes beat you by 1,000 paper cuts, meaning like if you play very conservative defense and rush 3 guys or 4 guys, then you have a chance. And the thing is, when teams rush 4, usually Mahomes will be able to step back there. He'll improvise, he'll wait until something's open. But here, it was eye-opening how poor the Kansas City Chiefs offensive blocking was. It also was eye-opening, I guess. You got to give credit to Arizona, Steve Wilkes, Chandler Jones, some of the guys that are using these blitzes. And then if you're Patrick Mahomes, you got to realize that you got to get the ball out quickly. You got to massage this lead. And Andy Reid needs to help Mahomes and instruct him to throw for the checkdowns. And you also, when you're playing a front, when you're playing conservative coverage, you got to be able to smash the ball in between the tackles and make them commit to the run, and then you can beat them over the top. So that's what I would have implored. But again, Kansas City was able to win the interception. They found a way to win, and that's all. And hoping for home field advantage. I think you're 2 games up on New England right now, which is pretty dang good. And again, some really great stuff, though, from Patrick in the first half. Not every game is going to be an absolute fireworks show, but a W is a W, and let's get ready to play in Mexico City. Great win for Patrick, and the Chiefs just keep on rolling. And the weather's going to get cold. You're going to be playing some more games like this. Embrace this year. Enjoy the ride. Hopefully you can finish with a Super Bowl championship, because this team, these weapons are special, special weapons. And your goal should be to win a Super Bowl. These years don't come by every year. Enjoy this year. Enjoy being 8-1, 9-1, whatever it is. Enjoy it. Enjoy the 7 days until Monday in Mexico. I'll see y'all soon.